and welcome back to Cine-Mess Embracing Bad Cinema. Today we're talking about
Woof 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 woof. Arf, 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 arf. Woof 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 woof. Dogman. Anyway, I'm Jess.
I'm India.
So sorry for your ears, but we gotta speak his language.
What the fuck? I did not know this was good.
Okay, so as of recording, today is Wednesday, the 19th of February. This past Sunday, Indy and we met up. I kidnapped her. No, I didn't, but yes. And we went to go see the most beautiful film of 2025, Dogman. I cried. I laughed.
I shed quite a few tears.
I did shed some tears. I'm not gonna say quite yet why I shed those tears.
Okay.
But Dogman, if you haven't seen it, you gotta. The dogs, they're loving it. The dogs are loving it. The cats are look. There's dog representation. There's cat representation. There's round animated human representation.
I mean, that is That's
We're
everything you need in a film, right?
Yeah, we're covering all the bases.
It's gonna win an Oscar.
There's robots. Oh, also fish representation.
Oh, how could you forget?
Yes. So, Dogman, it's a beautiful film.
One way to phrase it.
Okay. If you haven't seen Dogman, I would urge you to do so.
I would force my child to watch this film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget
about like Disney's like Finding Nemo and all of that. No, they're watching Dogman.
This is critical viewing. It's mandatory, and it's for you too. It's mandatory for you as well. Go watch Dogman right now. Yeah. How do you want to intro like? Yes.
Jess has become quite threatening today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do apologize.
All the videos where I'm wearing this green sweatshirt are the day where I'm feeling very aggro, and I don't really know why.
I don't like it. I do actually. I find it quite entertaining. Oh,
anyway,
we're not gonna fight on air.
No, we're not gonna fight on air.
After.
We'll save that for like I don't know when we do like Fight Club or something.
We do Fight Club. It's just us beating each other up.
We have like boxing gloves for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, Underpants is a book series, and it's basically like handwritten cartoons, and you can Google it. I'm not going to talk about it. But within the story of Captain Underpants, the two kids, they make a comic within the comic, so it's like Inception, and their comic is Dogman, and it is about Dogman, the best crime-fighting super guy there is. Dog, yeah. Do you want to? You didn't know anything going into it.
I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't even Google it when you said, "Hey, do you want to watch Dogman?" I just went, "Yeah, sure. Yeah. I've got nothing to do." I thought it was going to be a normal film.
Yeah, well, you knew it was an animated film.
I didn't know it was an animated film.
Oh.
No, I knew nothing, Jess. I did not Google this film.
Damn.
I just went into it and went, something to do with a dog and a man, I guess?
I thought you knew because you texted me when you got to the cinema. You were like, there's so many children.
Yeah, I saw a poster. Like, I assumed it was for children. Yeah, but I thought maybe there was a live-action element of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Nah.
I didn't know. I saw the poster when I got to the cinema, and I was like, oh, anime. And I just saw a bunch of kids running out. I was more focused on the children running out.
Yeah, how was your experience?
It was all the... I turn up to the cinema, and I'm waiting for Jess, because she's always late. I'm joking, she's not.
No,
I'm
that's
always
accurate.
the one that's normally late.
No, I'm usually like a couple of minutes late.
I'm normally held up in a weird situation that has never happened to anyone else other than me.
Yeah, how do we? Okay, you always have a valid excuse.
Yeah.
I've always underestimated the amount of time it'll take me to walk somewhere.
Yeah, I wish I could just do that, but no. I get caught in like a herd of chickens sometimes. Yeah, just insane. I rock up at the theatre. I stand outside and I'm waiting for Jess, and a horde of children just come running towards me, yelling, "We need Coke!" And they run into the cinema. And then, like, no joke, 10 minutes later, they come running straight back out with... Some of them had Coke, some of them didn't. Coca-Cola. And,
yeah, what else?
What else would they have from a cinema?
Yeah, Exeter's very odd. We've got some weird stuff sold at our cinema stands.
Yeah, especially at Sidwell Street.
Okay, we were at Vue.
Vue.
I'm sorry. In my heart, it is Vue. Sorry, Vue. It's spelled
Vue.
Okay,
V-U-E.
if you're not from the UK, there's different cinemas here, and one of them, it's spelled V-U-W. I would say Vue, but I found out last year that it's Vue.
Huh.
Which, I get why that would be your name. I think it's a good name for a cinema, but I hate the spelling.
Okay. Well,
I just want
I
you
don't
to know.
like Odeon. The spelling of Odeon.
Odeon. I feel like Odeon.
I like the cinema. I'm not. I'm not.
I just
hating on it.
I don't like the names of your cinemas here because I feel like how they're
My
pronounced
cinemas.
is what I have an issue with because I feel like Odeon, but Odeon is like ugh.
My mum does say Odeon sometimes.
The only one I can like properly say is Picture House because that's pretty clear.
I like going to Exeter Phoenix.
Shout out Exeter Phoenix. Anyway,
Anyways, let's talk about Dogman.
the film itself. Okay, look up a synopsis if you want an actual like explanation. If you haven't seen it, you're boring. Boo, I hate you. No, I don't.
No, don't. That's such a strong word.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm feeling very aggro today. It's all my love for Dogman. It's just bubbling up under my skin.
You're getting ready to watch my film. Jess was in my latest film.
Yeah.
NFYP. Only
Yeah,
the only the real. I was gonna say only the real ones will know what it means. Ugh.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Well,
Jess.
I'm a real one.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. For one of India's modules last term, she made a short film, and I got to be in it as a crazy old lady.
Crazy.
And I
No,
had
it's
it-
called the old elderly lady. The old elderly lady.
and I had wrinkle face makeup and
With
a puppet.
Yeah.
It was
And
amazing.
it looked like you as well. I worked really hard
I
on
could
that.
put a picture in.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, today is a screening of that, so I'm very excited. I haven't seen the full thing yet. I've only seen the scenes I was in.
I sadly have seen the full thing. Yeah.
Anyway, excited for that.
So, Dogman.
Back to Dogman Cinema. It is a film in the story. Essentially, we follow. It's all animated world. There is a police officer and his dog. They're a crime-fighting duo. They're in the car. Why did it say duo like that? Anyway,
Duo.
the crime-fighting duo are in the car together, and they're chasing down Petey the cat, who's evil. He's also voiced by Pete Davidson.
Which is an amazing casting, by the way.
Yeah.
Amazing casting.
So they're like driving, and then they get into a horrific accident later on when they're not in the car. And cut to the hospital. The dog, his entire body wrapped up in bandages. The policeman, his head wrapped in bandages. The doctor says, "Oh my God," and I'm paraphrasing as well, but this is what it felt like hearing this very, this plot twist.
Here we
It was
go.
basically like, "Oh my God, dog, your body's fucked," and policeman, your head is fucked. Obviously, the only solution is dog. We're gonna take your head and we're gonna sew it onto the policeman's body. And they're like, "Oh my God, this is like genius." I'm sorry, what?
And it's also the fact that they went, "What are we gonna do?" Talked for like 2 seconds. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just kill the
Also,
cop.
can I just say the cop was fully conscious during this?
Yeah.
He's in
Yeah.
the conversation. The dog can't talk, but he's like, and they established before this scene, dog is smart.
Yeah.
But his body not so good. Policeman body good, very agile. Brain not so good.
Policeman very good. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I know what you mean. It's
he's
really
not
good.
like the dog was the brains of the operation because the policeman was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So kill
they
him.
sew the dog's head onto the policeman's body and they make Dogman, the perfect crime-fighting combination. That, I mean,
It's really dark. It's actually quite concerning.
it's a children's film, right? But
But we get away from the whole like
they
like,
killed the
they just
policeman.
kill the cop and then they move on.
They just kill him.
Mm.
They cut his head off.
I loved when the buildings started like 'cause later on, like the buildings come to life and like start.
Ooba gaba.
No, the ending.
Yeah, we'll get to the ending later. So essentially, the whole premise is the film kind of starts to get going once they reveal how Dogman came to be. And I remember just looking at you when they did the reveal about sewing the dog's head, and we're like, this is quite dark.
It was, but like what I found throughout the film is that none of the parents really laughed. None of the kids.
There was
really
like a grandparent conked out snoring next to you, right?
Yes, there was, yeah.
Because to set the scene, we're in the back row,
Mm.
kind of middle-ish.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the theater is like with kids.
Well, obviously it's a kids' film.
Well, okay. Well,
Just
we were
saying, Jess,
anyway.
they wouldn't let us have our own, like, personal viewing of it.
We were all children once.
Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, go on.
Anyway, so all the parents were like kind of checked out, and all the kids were kind of into it, but I feel like they didn't really, except for one kid like 2 rows down from us. Every so often, a joke would happen, and he'd go, "Haha." But otherwise, it was kind of a quiet theater.
It was.
Meanwhile, we could understand the children's jokes
Mm.
and the jokes they put into like kids movies for like adults.
The adult humor, and it goes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always
So
because it was
we
a kids'
got both. So we were
Yeah.
cackling.
Oh, it was
Like it
amazing.
was a great time. We were like best of both
I
worlds,
love the
Hannah
writers.
Montana, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love the writers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but that was a class script, I tell you.
It was amazing. So, because also one point I want to make is that because it's kind of a short film, we were given 2 short films
Oh,
before it started, and I feel like we need to talk about this now because I think that explains why we love Dogman so much.
okay. Do you want me to do?
Yeah, I feel
oh
like
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
did.
Okay, so we were introduced to 2. One BFI short film. Another one was the Pixar animated ones, right?
Yeah, the DreamWorks.
It was for DreamWorks. Is it? It was for
Bad Guys.
Bad Guy. Yeah, Bad Guys.
That one was
great.
alright.
That one was okay. Yeah, I mean it's a kids film. Dogman is short. It's only an hour and a half, so they
Yeah.
have to put in stuff to, and also it's like a kids some
Yeah. Anyway,
some adverts they couldn't show. But the first short film, Race to the Start Line,
it was a live action
live action.
funded by the BFI
Well, yeah,
and a couple
apparently.
other organizations.
yeah, and I'm fairly sure it won an award. It came up
Won?
on the screen. Won. I am making that. One. That's what it said. It said it had the little like badge, you know, when you like win a film festival, and it was right next to the BFI logo. And I thought, oh, it has to be good, right? If they're showing it before a film in a cinema. Well, what we experienced was a 5-minute car crash of a short film. I'm very sorry.
Sorry, a bike crash.
I know it's mean, right? Because like writers, they work so hard to get their films made, but some films don't need to be made. And I'm very sorry, but this film did not need to be made. It was awful. Also, what was it? Crude? No, it wasn't crude humor. What did it say?
There was, so you know, in the UK, if you don't know, before every film they show, they have sort of the parental warning guide or like
BBC.
content warnings.
Yeah.
So they'll say like, oh, like mild violence or mentions of like harassment or whatever, and they'll put like the age ranking. So for this short film, I think it was like this film was suitable for everybody.
Yeah.
And it said mild crude humor, I think it was. Yeah. Mild rude humor?
Yeah, it was something like that.
A little more than mild.
Well, it's just, yeah. There's one scene I will never get out of my head.
There's one scene that, let's just say there's like, the rest of the film was like normal. And again, it said all audiences, and it said this by a child reading off the script. This film is suitable for all audiences. Everybody can watch this film. There's like a scene with a lot of innuendo. I'm not going to talk about it because I do not want to tarnish my beautiful Dogman episode.
No.
Our beautiful Dogman episode. But
let's just say that short film really prepared us for Dogman to be amazing, because I tell you what, nothing could be worse.
The acting. It's basically, the short film is about this guy wakes up late for his bike race, and the whole thing is about him racing to get to the start line.
My favorite line was, so it was from like the farmer guy, and it was like, oh no, you ran into my favorite bush, and it was said just like that.
All the lines were like that.
And oh no, I'm gonna be late to the bike race. It was like, what?
Oh shoot, I need to get my helmet. Like every line was delivered like that.
I know. I don't know if it was deliberate. It has to be deliberate, but I didn't see the purpose of it. Like, I don't see why you would do that. Yeah, you're going to be different. And, like, I value, like, people, you know, filmmakers being different and taking a chance. But this was very...
No, I think that was just generally
just
bad.
Just bad acting.
Because also...
It didn't fit with the narrative that would make sense.
I think the premise was cute. You know, race to the start line. That's cute. But anyway, so that really brought us down.
But then...
Dogman raised us up.
Yeah. I was about to say,
Dogman came through for us. So, Dogman, he gets transformed into Dogman, and he starts crime fighting immediately, same day. All the newspaper headlines come up about him saving, like, children from trees and kittens from, I don't know, schools.
Kittens from school.
You know what I mean, right? Like,
children from trees.
Like, they show this, like, montage of him crime fighting. This is the same day he got to the operation, right? And canonically, that his policeman best buddy got killed. Now, can I bring us back to the start of the film? Just before they're about to drive the car, like, up a cliff to fight Petey the Cat, policeman, he turns to Dogman. And what does he tell Dogman? Sorry, he's not Dogman yet. What does the police guy tell the dog?
I can't remember.
They have the photos on the dashboard, and he's like,
"Oh my gosh,
look after my girlfriend. Like, if I don't make it,
like, you have to be there for my girlfriend."
Yeah.
And then the dog's like, "You look after my tennis ball, Greg."
Yeah, there's like a photo,
Greg.
and he's like, but it's more like.
You did a good dog impression.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I've been practicing in the mirror ever since
course
I
you
came back.
have.
So that happens, right? So that gives you context for this scene. So Dogman finishes his first day of fighting crime immediately after his operation that morning. He then goes back to their house, where he, policemen, and the girlfriend and the ball shared this house. So he goes back in, but it's empty. There's nothing there. And this realtor lady comes in, and she's like, yeah, crazy. You're here for the open house, right? Crazy story. So there used to be a police dude who lived here with his girlfriend, right, and their dog. But the girlfriend found out that the police guy, her boyfriend, got into this crazy accident, and they put a dog head on his body. So she found a new boyfriend and a new dog, and she moved to a new house.
This is within like what? Like
this is the same day that the
hours?
accident.
Yeah.
The accident happened that morning.
Like she found a fella that quickly.
She moved and a new dog. It's just crazy.
But also when Dogman walks into the house, it's like little memories play, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was kind of cliche-ish. It's kind of like, it was cringy.
Yeah.
I didn't like that bit. It was funny.
We move over it quickly. So then he basically goes and he finds a new house, which is like a dog house, but it was massive. It's bigger on the inside. And they do say that line in the movie.
It's so small. I was like, oh my gosh, it's bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
My impression of Lil Petey.
Yeah, Lil Petey. Do you want to talk about Lil Petey? Like what else happens in this film? So now we've established sort of the Dogman lore. So what's sort of the
we have to
plot?
Look at the cat lore now.
Yeah.
So cat oh my gosh, Petey tries to make a clone of himself.
Yeah, Petey's the evil guy.
Yeah, Petey's evil guy. He's the evil cat guy. Petey makes a clone, but it's a baby version of him, and it will take 18 years to fully grow.
Yeah.
And it's like an actual child, and he names him Lil Petey, and he doesn't like him, right? And he tries to like get rid of him, and he puts him in a little free in a free cat box. And it was when the lady came up and, how much do you want for it? And he's like, free. She went, $3. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then
I think he made money off. of that.
He made money off Lil Petey, like $1 or $2.
Yeah. So then he puts the Lil Petey in a box, and he's like, "Oh, we're playing a game," and then he like walks away. Then Lil Petey almost gets hit by a truck.
Dogman's there.
Dogman saves him and kind of like adopts him.
Yeah. And then this leads to like the whole co-parenting kind of story.
Yeah.
So this was at the moment I knew that co-parenting was going to happen, because Petey had to have a redemption path.
Yeah.
You had to be there for Lil Petey. Lil Petey drew him a little comic.
Yeah, about me and Dad.
Lil Petey.
No, it was Papa, right?
Yeah.
Papa?
Papa and me.
Papa? Where are you, Papa? He was the voice actor for Lil Petey.
Was really good.
Really good.
Yeah, I love it. And then basically Petey realizes that he needs Lil Petey.
He gets guilt
with Dogman now. He's got a new papa.
Yeah.
But they'll soon have two papas.
I saw a Letterboxd review, which I really enjoyed. I really want to hold space for, which was basically their the relationship between the characters is like post divorce, but they never got married in the first place. You know what I mean? Like
that's a good
like that was pretty much like their thing. So there's also this whole like plot about Petey Petey the cat when he's still trying to be evil. There's basically this old evil fish that he
voiced by Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, that they like reincarnate and make him super evil, and he's given the command to I think kill
Petey.
Kill all do-gooders.
Yeah, that's it. All good.
But I think that's the only time I think they say destroy instead of kill, because they couldn't say kill in the kids' film.
Oh yeah, but they can like kill
they
an
kept
innocent
saying,
guy.
Like, I'm gonna destroy you, but they did say dead. So dead and death is fine, but not kill.
Yeah.
So this fish, he like floats around. If you're wondering how he gets around, he has like a telekinetic bubble that he floats around in.
As you do.
See, we're covering all the plot holes here. And they bring him back to life because there's a building that has like life ray.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't they use that on like the policeman? But whatever. And then the building also comes to life.
Forget about that.
Yeah. The building also comes to life and says Gooba Gaba. Bars.
Should we get onto the ending? Because
Yeah. This is just so you know the villain.
would you like to run?
I feel like
I feel like you resonate with it more.
I really do.
You really loved it. Jess really loved this ending.
I really liked it.
Just keeps going on about
So
it.
anyway, as per usual, some more evil buildings come to life, and like eventually, Lil Petey, the little baby cat, he gets in danger because he's the goodest guy of them all. So the fish obviously is like, I gotta kill him. So Petey the cat and Dogman team up because they both love this child, their son, and they like obviously fight the villain. And there's also a volcano. Like you don't really need to know why, but there's a volcano and then a bunch of
to be that.
there's just a bunch of what is that film where they're in the robots and they're co-piloting and they're fighting against like Godzilla and stuff like that?
Sorry, what?
There's like a film.
Pacific Rim? No.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Pacific
Yeah,
Rim,
really.
yeah.
Okay.
They basically do that, but with buildings.
They don't fight against. Okay, right. Anyway.
They do. They're in that robot.
I remember it, but like
the
it's not Godzilla.
they're in a giant mailman robot,
Oh yeah.
and then they're fighting the buildings.
Gotta
They're
be
all like
honest.
gooba gaba.
It weren't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's all the buildings on the high street, right? So it's like the bakery, the gym, the whatever,
Yeah.
and they show for a brief moment the laser dance studio. That Chekhov's gun.
Now, yeah.
So anyway, they fight, and then like there's a whole thing. Oh, by the way, there was this whole side plot where the granddad Petey, the cat, his whole thing was that like what did he do?
The granddad abandoned Petey when he was younger,
And he like stole all their shit.
Stole all their stuff, and he does it again.
Yeah, he does it again.
We thought we was gonna get a redemption.
The baby cat like invites the granddad over because he's like family's important, and then so they redeemed the evil fish because he's like, oh, I just feel sad or whatever, and like the Petey cat is like, I'll be your friend, and he like draws some pictures and it's cute. They redeem Petey the cat because like his love for his child like overcomes his love for evil. So you're like, oh, the moral is like redemption is possible. But then they have a line where they're like, they talk about the granddad and they're like, nah, some people are just fucked up. Like, you can't redeem them. And that was kind of interesting to me because I do think it's good to teach kids that like some family members will just be harmful.
Yeah.
And that you can't help that sometimes. I think it's a good lesson to teach kids. But it was very jarring because everything else was redeeming. Everyone else in the film was redeemed and like became unevil. But then the granddad was just like, bye. There's also a lot of going out for milk jokes. Lots of jokes like that.
That and ADHD.
Oh my god, do you want to talk about ADHD?
That's okay. You can.
No, intro.
Oh, okay. Well, so they have. What was the machine again? It was
It was a robot.
To do. I can't quite remember what the goal was.
It was just a robot that he could like. It was like a robot with like an AI in it.
He could control. Yeah. Okay. It was basically just a robot PD built, and he decided to call it ATHD.
Yeah. So 80HD.
Yeah. And some people say that joke was overused. I don't think it was. I cackled every time, and I very much enjoyed it. So
the first time they said that,
get a sense of humor.
The first time they said that, and we like made eye contact, and we were like, "Hell yeah!"
That was one of the best jokes. That and the milk joke. I love the milk joke. I was like, "Yes, we're going to get milk because cats drink milk."
Yeah, there was
a
lot of
come back.
We just enjoyed a lot of the jokes in this movie.
Yeah,
it was like, yeah. So anyway, the film is like ending, and Dogman and Petey the cat work out like a co-parenting thing. And then they're like, oh no, there's one more evil building.
And it's like it's a disco.
Yeah, the laser dance building.
Laser dance building. And it's like it comes out of the darkness, like up the
evil.
Hill. And it's like, and then all of a sudden the lights turn on. It's like the laser dance disco, and then 2 seconds later, the lights just go off and they're just
the movie ends like immediately. Because
the lights in the cinema just went off
immediately. They were like waiting to like kick us out.
Those short films really overran us.
Yeah, because the thing is, right, like most kids' movies, like a good prime example is the Lego movie. Yeah. They have like a dance party at the end, and then they do
Everything is
credits
awesome.
as
Yeah.
the dance party goes on. So I was fully expecting, okay, laser dance
Mm.
building comes back and the lasers start going. So you're like, oh, the music's starting. They're gonna do a dance party, and they do like a one move, I think.
They literally go like,
Yeah, they do
and
one thing, and then like
black.
go immediately. It's not even fade to black.
It's
Cut to
just
black,
Cut to black. Yeah.
and then like
They just stood there.
a couple seconds, and then credits.
Credits. And it's just images.
Yeah, it's not even like
Artwork.
it's little like sketches and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ignoring that,
it was a great film.
Dogman.
I highly recommend it. You should go watch it.
Yeah, go watch
Haven't
it.
already.
Look,
If you've already seen it, go watch it again.
yeah, look, Dogman. I loved it. Like I saw the Captain America. Whoa, not that.
Saw Captain America.
The Captain Underpants movie a couple I think it was like 3 years ago it came out, probably longer. I watched that. It was okay. I don't think I was in a demographic for that. Dogman though. Dogman, you know, it brings out the dog in you, you know, like the dog man in all of us. The power, you know, the superpowered crime fighting guy you could be.
Okay, so that ends the episode. Please don't. I'm still traumatized.
Yeah. I don't think I have many more thoughts on this film. I think to be more critical and to put my like film critic hat on, the animation was pretty good. It was within the style of the sort of Captain Underpants. I just want to say Captain America. The Captain Underpants like universe. So it was like visibly recognizable as being from the same studio and like the same whatever. I thought the voice acting was pretty good. Some people were hating on Pete Davidson's voice acting though.
I loved it.
I think
I love Pete Davidson right
I
now.
think
He's
it's
doing
fit
really
it.
well. Go him.
Yeah.
I respect him.
There was like a lot of big names. Like every so often like a new kind of side character would appear and they would talk.
It's like when robotic fish turn up.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
You know,
It was
okay.
It was a fun time though. Yeah, like it was just really good. Lights came up. We were robbed of a dance party, but
We should have carried it on while they were cleaning.
yeah, I do want to say that when when that happened, the lights came on and we were like, I don't know about you, but I was crying from laughter.
Oh yeah.
Because of how abrupt the ending is.
Yeah.
And just like the rest of the film, like it was honestly, it was so fun. Like I think
was a great time.
a good kids movie, I think is when like you can enjoy it, despite being like an older age.
Yeah.
Because some of them are just kind of tough to get through. Like I couldn't watch Peppa Pig.
No.
Like it's no.
Actually, I do quite like Peppa Pig.
But you know what I mean, right? Like I couldn't watch a full film because
Yeah, no, I know.
if I was like babysitting some kids, I might be like, cool,
Peppa
they
Pig
enjoy
is
it.
not
No,
that I want to be watching.
but like this, I like Dogman.
I can't wait for Dogman 2
Dogman
and
2.
Dogman 3 and Dogman 4.
Because there's story there. Okay, because I already know that those like Wattpad girlies are gonna be like shipping Petey and Dogman. Because like
the fan fictions.
the fan fictions are gonna go crazy. Because they have this. It's literally like that like letterbox. I don't have it in front of me. Otherwise, I'd read out the username to give them credit. But the whole like divorced dads, but they never got married energy was very strong.
Yeah.
But I do think Dogman needs to heal a little bit before he
He
jumps
does.
into a relationship.
Yeah. It's a bit abrupt considering, you know, he's just the humans.
Yeah.
Just literally
He also
been
he
decapitated.
he sacrificed his ball to save Petey.
Oh, that was really sad. A very touching moment.
So Greg did die, the ball.
But they just replaced him though.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
know?
I think he needs to heal because he lost, you know, he lost his policeman buddy. He lost a policeman's girlfriend as well and his house. You know, I think he had a lot of traumatic events happen to him.
Yeah.
I think he needs to chill. I think also he's gonna get burnt out from the cop lifestyle. Maybe that's the second movie.
Maybe.
Like he needs to learn to take a step back.
Well,
That's pretty much
I think
it.
that's,
Like
yeah.
if he stayed this long,
Then
you know,
Well done.
welcome to the pack. Dogman fan pack.
no, I don't condone this.
Okay, well, I'm sure Dogman does.
He probably does. Maybe PD won't. I'm on PT's side. I'm on Lil PT's side.
Yeah, little PD. I hope
Not robotic
I hope the kid who voice acted him gets more work because he did an incredible job.
He should.
But anyway, so that's kind of it. I mean, do you have any final comments?
No.
All right.
None
well,
whatsoever. We
okay.
have covered pretty much everything.
I have one more
Okay.
question for you,
Okay,
and then
go
we will
on,
end the
go on.
episode. In one word, could you please describe Dogman, the film, or 3 words if that helps?
No. It's just more words to think of.
Okay.
Entanglement.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna add anything else on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
That's actually quite a good word.
Yeah.
For what? Yeah, go on.
You ready for my word?
What's yours?
I don't know if you're gonna like.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're doing. Go on.
Woof.
So I take it seriously, and I pick a word that I think would relate to the the character, and multiple characters actually.
I
Peach
just
included,
said it,
and you woof at me.
I said it in dog language. I actually picked a really intelligent
Okay.
word. You just don't know.
I'll put subtitles on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably not gonna see those subtitles before this episode goes up, so
You're
I'm a
not
little
going to.
concerned. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't watched this movie, why haven't you? Especially if you made it to the end. I think we were just rambling on about.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, so if
Sorry,
you made it
Jess
to the end.
was, yeah.
Sorry, I was, because I love
She
this
really
movie.
does love this film.
Look, I'm letting India choose
Can't
the
tell.
next film we see, because I feel like I kind of owe her
I
that.
deserve it. Woofing has traumatized me, so yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much for watching this episode of Cine-Mess. We are on YouTube and Spotify. Recently, what has our newest sort of series been?
So we're discussing a short film every single week.
Yep.
So tune in onto the YouTube.
Yeah, and
Watch
also
the episode.
those episodes, they're short.
But we have 10 minutes. And as soon as the 10-minute timer goes off, we gotta end the episode.
Yeah, timer goes off, we have to stop
It's very
talking.
interesting. It's very fun. I love it when it goes off during an argument.
Yeah, that did happen last time.
Yeah, and I hope and pray it happens more times.
But anyway, we're gonna leave it at that. If you watched Dogman, let us know in the comments how you feel about it. If you hadn't, does this batshit crazy plot make any sense to you whatsoever? Yeah, that's it. I've been Jess.
I've been India.
And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of Cine-Mess.
We hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to go and follow us on our socials, our Instagram is
at Cine-Mess Podcast.
Our TikTok is
at Cine-Mess Podcast.
Do we have any other social media?
At the moment, no, we don't. Maybe we'll hop on Blue Sky or something.
Maybe. And we'll have a website at some point.
At some point. But
If
anyway,
you don't follow us on any of those platforms,
you're a loser.
go do it. Yeah.
Follow us.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You've watched all the way to the end. You're still watching right now to this very second, and you haven't followed us at all anywhere else? That's boring.
That's slightly threatening. I'm very
Okay,
sorry.
I won't be threatening. Please be nice and follow us on our socials for updates on episodes and to send us recommendations of different films to cover.
Yeah.
We do lots of fun stuff.
We do. And we cover a lot of different weird films. So
yeah, and
don't be scared to send in an odd weird film.
Yeah,
we will maybe review
Please don't be scared.
No, please don't. Well, maybe after this you might be scared.
Okay, but also we have content on TikTok, for example, that is exclusive to TikTok. So check us out over there. We do some great things. We do a lot of there was a brief period where we did a lot of audio impressions.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, we'll leave it there because this is a very long outro now.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.